our Year 11 Parent Information Event 2024. My name is Mrs. Khan. I'm one of the assistant head teachers at Cottam School, and I'm also the SLT link for Year 8. So this evening I'll be talking you through some really key documents and a portal which will be available to you to help you support your child through the rest of this academic year. So the lineup for this event is I'll be talking to you about the key staff and documents, where you can find these. I'll be giving you an outline of the year ahead. I'll be telling you about the summer examinations 2025. I'll be giving you some details of upcoming mock examinations and how best you can support your child at home in preparing for those assessments, and any further resources and help that is available to you. So first of all, key staff and documents for Year 11. The key staff are your head of year for Year 11 is Mrs. Arnold, who is supported by two behaviour managers or your team assistants, and that is Miss Bunker and Mr. Dehan. The SLT link for Year 11 is Mr. Dunkley, who's also one of our assistant head teachers, and the deputy head teacher, Miss Long, is responsible for overseeing Key Stage 4. Linked into our portal, we have a Key Stage 4 curriculum booklet and Year 11 assessment calendar. These are two really important documents, and I'll show you exactly where they are on the portal in just a moment. The Key Stage 4 curriculum booklet is really important because it gives you advice and information about every single course that your child will be studying, with useful sources of revision, exam board information, and the structure of assessments. The Year 11 assessment calendar will give you all of the key dates of in-class assessments and mock examinations that are happening for the rest of the academic year. And this is updated every big term to ensure that they are accurate. So before we go on to the year ahead, I would like to just at this point bring in the Year 11 portal just to show you what it looks like. And this will be available to you on the school website. Okay, I'll also show you how you can access it from the school website. So if I can also bring our school website over. If you go to Parents and Carers, if you scroll down to Information Events, and then if you scroll down to Year 11, and this is where the portal will be available to you. So it will be under Parents and Carers and Information Events, and then the portal will be there for you. So this is what the portal actually looks like. The portal will have a very welcome video from myself. This is 2023 when tagged in here, but it will have the up-to-date one this evening when the portal is launched. And most importantly, you have some subject course information here. So each of the subject leaders have recorded a short video about their subject, telling you about the exam board, how the course content is covered, how what the assessment structure of the course is, and how best to support your child in preparing for their exam. So please do take time to look at some of these videos, especially for those subjects maybe in which your child is struggling. So all the subjects are listed here. Once we get past the subjects, then there will be a video here about post-16 options. Okay, so this may look a little bit different on your actual portal because we are still doing a couple of updates here. The key Year 11 staff are Miss Arnold, Miss Long, Mr. Dunkley being the SLT link, and Miss Long is the deputy head teacher overseeing Key Stage 4. Again, the emails are linked in there. And as you scroll further down, this is where you'll find key documents. So the Key Stage 4 curriculum booklet for 2024-25 is linked here. The Year 11 assessment calendar is linked in here. There's an exam preparation booklet here, which we'll talk more about, and there's a mock exam timetable here. There's also a blank revision timetable available for your child to create their own timetable, and there's some note-taking techniques here. Lower down, there's some helpful online portals, digital platforms, so that will take you to Seneca and GCSE Pod. And then preparing for assessments portal, which I'll talk to you more about later, and gives you some really valuable information on revision techniques. The two online portals that we subscribe to as a school are GCSE Pod and Seneca. So all your children should have logins for these accounts. If they don't, they must speak to their class teacher and get their login. So they are able to access this at any time to do additional revision and preparation for their exams. And further down, you'll find link to Google Classroom. You're able to check your child's Google Classroom as well. I'll talk to you more about that a bit later. And there's also a help and support with student wellbeing, a link there, because we know that exams can be a really stressful time for our students. So if you feel that your child is in support of any help, then there's some really useful links that your child can access there. Okay, so if I just get rid of that one, and let's now talk about the year ahead. So in October 2024, on the 21st, we have mock examinations. First round of mocks. On the 6th of December, you will receive your child's Year 11 progress report, which will detail the results of those mocks. On the 3rd of February, there will be the second round of formal mock exams, so I'll talk to you about how they're different from the first in just a moment. And on the 21st of March, you will get a Year 11 progress report, which it will give you the results from those examinations and also in-class teacher assessments. On the 9th of May is our provisional last day of school. This is yet to be confirmed. Once the summer examinations are confirmed, we will know when this day will be and we will communicate that to you. And then in May through to June, the summer examinations will take place. So the format of the mock exams will be that mock exam 1 in October 2024, for which you would have already received a timetable. Please do check your child's timetable because this year we will have quite a few exams in the main hall. Some exams will take place in double lessons with the class teacher, so it's really important that your child checks their timetable so they know exactly where their exam is. And the exam preparation booklet is released in advance of the exams. And I'll bring that in just a moment to show you. The second round of mocks will all be taking place in the hall and they'll be run centrally. And again, you'll receive another preparation booklet for that, and you'll also receive another timetable. And this is so that we give the students as much opportunity as possible to sit exams under real exam conditions to prepare them for the summer. And at this point, I'm just going to bring in the Year 11 assessment calendar just to show you what it looks like. So here you'll see week by week what assessments are happening for your child. And if we scroll down to the 21st of October, when it's mock exam week, here you can see the exam preparation booklet linked in. So if I just open that up, put it into slideshow mode, then you'll be able to see the information that's there. So you've got the exam dates there. Notice that this year the mock exams fall either side of the half term. Again, that's to allow students more time to prepare and revise. There's a blank preparation timetable there for your child to complete. There's a preparation for link to preparation for assessment portal, and I'll take you to that in just a moment. And then here you have a link to every single subject. So, for example, if you're going English literature, it will tell you when the exam's happening, useful links, resources for your child to revise with, and it will also give you the length of the exam. And there's one link for every subject in that slide. Okay, so I'll just get rid of that one. The exam preparation booklet, so I've just talked to you about those. So they're really useful because they'll give you a breakdown of every single subject with useful links to revision resources. And this should be up on Google Classroom now for your child, as well as the exam preparation booklet, the assessment calendar, and the mock exam timetable. Okay, summer examinations for 2025. We expect these to be broadly in line with this year, as this year has gone back to being in line with pre-COVID exams of 2019. This year, for some subject students did get formula sheets provided to them, but at present we do not know if they will be provided again this year, and we probably won't know until February. So we will let you know once we know what support students will receive, if any, this academic year. Effective preparation for exams. Now, this is where I'd like to bring in our portal for exams and show you where it is. So again, if I just go onto our website, and if we go on students, you'll see there's a link here for preparation for assessments, and that will take you to the preparing for assessments portal. And within that portal, you'll find there's a useful video about how to access the portal, and also two really important evidence-based strategies for success in revision, and that is self-quizzing and distributed practice. So, and there's also some links down here about well-being, which you can click on as well. And there's some guidance there on exam technique and walking, talking well. So this is available for your child to also access. With self-quizzing, it's really important that when your child does do their learning and they go back over their learning, to recall it, they do it actively. So if they're, for example, making revision cards, they turn that into a mind map, or they get somebody to test them on the revision cards, and that could be you, or they turn the mind maps into revision cards. So every time they recall the information, they're doing it in a different way. Distributed practice is the act of spacing out revision over a period of time, and this is where revision timetables are really important. And blank one of these is linked into the portal, and we'll be going through this in slides during tutor time as well to advise students on how to make a revision timetable. It's really important that they revise 2 to 3 hours a night in 45-minute chunks, with 15-minute breaks in between, mixing up easy subjects with hard subjects, maybe more literary subjects with more hands-on or mathematical or scientific subjects. So they're not revising the same subject or the same type of subject for a long period of time. One really important exam technique that I'd just like to share with you, and this will be shared with our students as well, is the best way to do exam practice. So first and foremost, it's really important to assess your knowledge, okay? And that's realizing what you already know. And the best way to do that is either having the specification, or I'm sure most teachers will have provided students with a checklist of what they need to revise. And it's a case of going through that checklist and seeing what you know and what you're not sure about, and making sure you start revision in those areas. Whether it be through making notes or flashcards or making mind maps, whatever method works for you. And no method will be the same for each subject. Then it's the second case of now retaining that knowledge into your long-term memory. And the best way to do that is to review and self-quiz that content. So test yourself on that content in a variety of different ways. Okay, so use the note-taking activity to revise the content. So once you've learned it, maybe, like I said, transfer those revision cards into a mind map, or change your mind map into revision cards. So switch up your way of revising. You can stick your revision materials around the house, on the wall, if that helps you. And I've put a slide here, just different ways of revising and different ways of recalling information. So if you do it with flashcards, then maybe you might turn your flashcards into question cards. If you had question cards, maybe you might turn them into a spider diagram. If you like doodling a lot, you might want to make posters out of your notes. So it's a case of what works for you. Then the final one is refining your exam technique. And now this is a really useful way of approaching exam questions. And I want to just show you how this works. This is what we call the triple answer technique. This is where students will, once they've revised the content, they've recalled the content, they're confident that they know it, they should then try to apply that knowledge to some exam questions. So the first thing you should do is try and answer a question in blue or black pen, without any help or resources, without referring to their notes, just using their brain, and that's it. Then they can go back in a different colour pen, using their notes and revision cards or whatever resources they've got, to see if they can improve their answer in a different colour. Then finally, they should go over the question a final time with the mark scheme and make any additional corrections with a different colour pen. And that bit in red should then go into their revision notes. They need to learn that for next time, because that's a bit of information that they didn't know. And then they should repeat that. And hopefully, the more exam practice they do, the more blue and black pen they have in their answers, and the less red and green they have, is a real good indicator that that everything they learn is now embedding itself into it in their long-term memory, and they're now able to apply it to tricky concepts. With supporting your child at home, the best way you can support your child for school every day is making sure that they're equipped. They attend every single day. They attend their period 6. They try hard every day. They complete all their classwork and their home learning, and they're coachable. So when their teachers give them feedback, they act on that feedback and they use it to improve. They revise regularly, and the best way to revise is little and often. Reading around the subject or asking for extension work if they feel that they're on top of their subject and on top of their learning to go deeper. This will really help them when they get into A-level. Remember, you can access your child's Google Classroom yourself as well to monitor their home learning and completion of home learning tasks. You'd simply just log in using their username and password, and then you can get updates as well when they get homework and when they complete it. And there's an app that you can download onto your phone. So I would say for now, it's really, really important that you support your child in making a revision timetable, spending some time with them and thinking about times that they can revise, times that they can't revise, because work-life balance is really important. It's really important that students still get to do the things they enjoy doing, but they have a balance between when they're going to study and when they're going to do their other additional activities. So it's good to start with a timetable like this. Start by blocking out the times they can't revise, and then thinking about slotting in the subjects where they can revise, mixing up the easy ones with the hard ones, the ones which are more literary with the ones which are less literary, etc. At home, the best thing you can do for your child is provide a quiet space with a table and chair where they can study without any distraction during the revision time in the evenings, making sure that they have plenty of light in the room. It's better to swap out music. If they have to have some kind of noise, and some just music without any lyrics would be better than music with lyrics, because then their brain is also trying to process those lyrics at the same time as processing all the information that they're learning. Ideally, having any phones out of the way would be good. If they don't need a computer, then even better. Any consoles or internet, if they don't need them, wherever they don't need, it's better for that to just be out of the way, so it's not a distraction for them. And just checking in with your child every day. I know I'm speaking from experience here, and I know you won't get much of a response, but you just keep trying. Ask them how their day's going, ask them what they're working on, ask them if they want you to test them on anything, ask them if they need you to explain anything. Just ask them if they need a drink. Do they need any food? Do they need any equipment? Is there anything you can do for them? What's their plan for revision tonight or tomorrow or on the weekend? So there's just as regular check-ins with them would be really helpful. So further resources and help. Remember, you have the digital learning platforms, and you have Preparing for Assessment portal. And if you have any subject queries, then you can speak to your child's teacher. If you've got any non-subject queries, then I would advise you speak to your child's tutor. If you've got any wider learning queries, then I would advise talking to your child's learning coordinator, as Mrs. Arnold. If you do need to email any teacher, then it is literally their surname, initial@cottam.bristol.sca.uk. And thank you for watching this short video, and I hope you find the Parent Information Online Portal really useful. And please do take the time to view the subject videos for your child's courses. Take care and have a good evening.